My girlfriend admitted she cheated. I needed a real man, she smirked. My friends took her side. I just smiled, took my keys, and left. This morning, my phone blew up with 32 missed calls. It started with a group dinner. 10 of us, squeezed into the corner booth of a trendy little Italian place downtown. It was supposed to be our usual Friday night catch-up, good food, drinks, banter. My girlfriend, Sophie, sat beside me, wearing the black off-shoulder dress I'd bought her for her birthday. She looked gorgeous. But cold. I felt it right away. Her hand didn't find mine under the table like it usually did. She avoided my eyes when I made jokes, smiled more at Alex, one of my oldest friends, than she did at me. Something was off. Still, I didn't say anything. You learn to keep your suspicions quiet until you have facts. Or at least a reason. But I didn't expect what came next. We were halfway through dessert when Sophie cleared her throat and said, "Can I say something?" Everyone quieted down. She looked around the table, dramatic as ever, and said it. Greater than I cheated on Jason. I blinked. I thought she was joking. This had to be some twisted prank. Greater than what? I finally managed. She didn't look at me. She looked at them, our friends. Greater than I'm not ashamed, she added, taking a slow sip of her wine. I needed a real man. Someone who isn't passive. Someone who actually makes me feel alive. Then she looked at me with that smirk. Like she expected me to fall apart right there. I didn't. Instead, I scanned the table. The silence was thick, but no one looked surprised. In fact, a few of them looked guilty. Alex wouldn't meet my eyes. Emily looked down at her phone. Brian started rubbing the back of his neck like he does when he's uncomfortable. Greater than you all knew? I asked, voice steady. Nobody answered. Greater than seriously? I asked again. You all knew and didn't say a word? Sophie laughed, and said, "Come on, Jason. They didn't want to hurt your feelings." I stared at her for a moment, then nodded slowly. I stood up, reached into my pocket, and pulled out my key ring. I slid off the key to my apartment, the one Sophie used when I wasn't home, and dropped it in her water glass. The splash was satisfying. Petty, but satisfying. Greater than guess you won't need this anymore, I said. Then I turned, walked out without another word, and left them all sitting in that restaurant like a paused movie. I didn't go home. I drove. No music, no GPS. Just me, my thoughts, and the dull thud of betrayal pounding in my chest. Around midnight, I crashed at my brother's place. He didn't ask questions. Just handed me a beer and let me sit in silence. I thought that was the end of it. That I'd fade out of their lives like a ghost, and they'd move on, free from the burden of hiding Sophie's little secret. But this morning, I woke up to my phone going absolutely nuclear. 32 missed calls. Texts. Voicemails. Even an email or two. At first, I thought someone had died. Then I opened one of the messages. It was from Emily. Greater than Jason, you need to talk to Sophie. She's freaking out. Something's happened. Call me. Next one, from Brian. Greater than dude. She lied to everyone. Alex is furious. You need to see this. I opened Instagram. Sophie's account was gone. Like wiped. I checked Alex's. He posted a video. It was security camera footage, grainy, black and white, timestamped 3 nights ago. In it, Sophie is kissing some guy outside my apartment. Not Alex. Not even someone any of us knew. Just some random guy. A stranger. In the comments, Alex wrote, "Greater than turns out being a real man meant being a total stranger with a motorcycle. Sophie lied to all of us. I defended her. I regret that." Turns out, Sophie had told everyone it was Alex she cheated with. Claimed they were in love. Claimed I was boring and weak and emotionally unavailable. Alex, thinking it was some big romantic destiny, and high on his own savior complex, backed her up. That's why everyone stayed quiet. But he only learned the truth last night, after the guy she cheated with showed up to the bar, bragging about it to Alex's sister. Apparently Sophie told him I was abusive. That she needed rescuing. It all unraveled from there. Like a house of cards set on fire. Now she's lost everything, me, Alex, her friend group. Emily texted again. Greater than I'm so sorry. We were wrong. You didn't deserve that. I haven't replied. I won't. Epilogue. I moved out of that apartment a week later. Got a new place on the other side of town. Fresh start. No memories in the walls. Alex tried to apologize in person. I let him. He cried. That was weird. But maybe genuine. I told him forgiveness isn't something I give away like candy. Maybe someday. Not today. Sophie sent me a letter. A literal, handwritten letter. Pages of emotional vomit and blame shifting and manipulative nostalgia. I burned it in the sink. That felt good. Sometimes, the best revenge is no revenge. No yelling. No vindictive plotting. Just silence. Leaving them to sit in the chaos they created. And walking away with your dignity intact.